My name is Martin High and I'm the chairperson of the Finglas South Combined Residents Association. The association has been around for at least 15 years now and covers the entire area of Finglas South. It covers from the areas of Scribbletown up as far as the N2 dual carriageway and as far north as Dunsink, the area. The Residents Association itself works with Dublin City Council. It works with other statutory agencies such as the HSE, the Gardaí and anyone else who wants to get involved in the area. Basically, we're there to look after the residents of the area and also those who work in the area as well.
Good morning everybody. My name is John Redmond. I'm on the Secretary of the Dublin City Public Participation Network. I joined the Public Participation Network, I'd say about 5 years ago. I was nominated by my Lakeland Residents Association, which I'm chairman. And it's been a worthwhile journey throughout those 5 years and moving on to the present day.
Hello, my name is Peter Glynn. I'm a resident in Lakeland and I'm involved in the Lakeland Residents Association and I do some gardening for the church as well. And I'm also secretary of the Combined Residents Association. We need to communicate with the council. Particularly, I've send them emails about things that need to be done in the area, and I especially about the rubbish and in the area and trying to improve the footpaths and the amenities in the area.
So what do we do? Well, we organise cleanups, we report problems in the area, we deal with any antisocial issues. If there's any changes in the area, we put forward submissions on those changes. We talk to all the residents, we talk to businesses, we get their points of view. We decide on what's not good in the area. We'll go out and we'll make a discussion on it. We'll inform the public. We have a newsletter as well, which we publish every year. We haven't been able to do it in the last 2 years because of COVID, but hopefully we'll have our newsletter back again next year. Newsletter is very essential in the area because not only does it give information out to the locality, but it also promotes businesses in the area, public domain issues. It promotes the resident associations themselves because the Combined Residents gets its name from being made up of other resident associations in the area, such as Scribbletown Resident Association, Valley Park Resident Association, you have Capure, you have Barnamore, you have Lakeland Resident Association. There's all the little groups that are in the area and they all combine together and they're all members.
Just want to talk about what I do, what our association does in the area. I'm on the Joint Policing Committee, being nominated by the PPN. And as you well know, in the Finglas area, there's lots of issues that are happening on the ground and they need to be addressed. Not just by the PPN, but our people who are living in the area to take part and to do something about it. Not just wait for the guards to do things. We need to step up to the mark. And sometimes that's not very easy because you have people who feel intimidated, drugs, all kinds of antisocial behaviour. But where I live in Lakeland Residents Association, there is a great community spirit, as there is with a lot of areas in Finglas, but we don't seem to be working together. And this is where, years ago, when we set up Lakeland Residents Association, we started off as an environmental group, way back. And then it led on to being a residents association. And myself and another guy called Jimmy O'Grady, we seen that there was a need for people to come together, and that's how we set up the Combined Residents Association. I heard one of our colleagues talking about it there, Martin Hoey, and that's where it all started, bringing various people throughout the Finglas South area.
So it's just saying that it's something that anybody can get involved in. You don't have to be, a high-class politician or anything to take part in it.
The Residents Association is open to everyone. Like, we don't discriminate against anyone in the area. Once you live in the area, you're welcome into the Residents Association meetings. We generally meet once a month, every month at the beginning of the month, and for the last few years we've met in St. Helena's House, which is in Finglas, a beautiful old building that's run by the HSE. At the moment we can't meet there with COVID, but hopefully we'll get back to our normal meetings. We also have attended many events in the area. We have supported the Finglas Festival, we've supported the Maypole Festival, we've supported Halloween festivals over the years, and lots of other little events that have happened. We used to also be in the St. Patrick's Day Parade in the area as well, which we hope one day to get restarted into the area. The Residents Association itself is made up of general members of the area. Like, you don't have to be anything specific to be a member. Once you live in the area, you come in. It has a committee, and the committee itself is made up of a chair, a vice chair, a secretary, a vice secretary, a treasurer, and a public relations person. These people are elected every year, and you stay your term until you either leave yourself or someone else is elected onto the post. There's been many people throughout, and they've all had different points of views, but have all worked together to better the area for everyone who lives here.
When Dublin City Council wanted things done, they started dealing with Residents Association. You had to have a structure, which we threw the structure out the window. We just wanted to listen to people. And by listening to people, we were bringing them on board, sharing their good information, and developing a rapport between those people. And we helped set up other Residents Associations, like Scribblestown Residents Association to my right here. And of recent, there has been problems with developments in the Finglas area. And that's leading on to the PPN. PPN is there to help people. I'm a member, and we need to support one another. And by being members of the PPN, we're helping one another to be more proactive in our communities, to be good with one another, to help one another, and to be, into the future, better communities.
Well, just to say again, I'm a vice chair of the Lakeland Residents Association. I have had other offices. I've been chair in the Lakeland before that, and I find it's a great way of communicating with different statutory bodies in the area. It gives your opinions more clout and force to get things done.
So the Combined Residents joined the PPN when the PPNs were first set up back in 2016. Since we've joined, we've actually found it to be very beneficial to us. It has allowed us access to other training. It has also allowed us access to other parts of the council that we never had. I myself am actually the SPC representative on transport, and one of our other members as well is also on a PPN board, and he'll talk to you in a while. But the PPN itself has been very beneficial to the Combined Residents, and I think the Combined Residents has also been very beneficial to PPN, and I think it's a collaborative effort.
Let's just go back a bit and think about it. In communities right across our city, our great city, there are major issues that need to be addressed. And there is a structure there by bringing on board ordinary people who want to do something about it, but feel frustrated with their politicians, with the whole city council setup, the councillors only seeing them when they want something, and that's not on. We need to get up off our butt and do something about it. So I'd encourage people to join the PPN, even if they're only a small group of 2 people, 3 people who want to do something. It's not easy in areas that are suffering antisocial behaviour. People need to be supported, and the PPN is there to support you. As one of our speakers earlier on said, we can train people, we can give them the supports. We have people sitting on SPCs with strategic policy committees where they're sitting with politicians and they are deciding at those meetings what you want as a member. But going forward, I love Finglas. I'm from the south side. I'm 47 years in Finglas. But I think it's important for ordinary Joe Soaps like myself, who was a former Dublin City Councillor, that's in the past and gone back to my roots. But I feel as if the experience that I'm bringing to the PPN is worthwhile, not just for our community, for the PPN membership right across the city. I feel that there's more work to be done. So I'll end up by saying I'm proud to be a resident of Finglas, Lakeland Residents Association, the Combined Residents Association. We need groups like that. We need to support one another. But what's happening in your community, you can do something about that. We don't need politicians to be doing it for us the whole time. We don't need the guards to do it the whole time. We have to get up off our butt and do it for ourselves, with one another. So thank you for listening to me.
Hello, I'm Peter Glynn. I'm Vice Chair of the Lakeland Residents Association, and we're affiliated to the PPN, and we find it a very necessary inlet into community representation.
Well, the PPN has a structure, social inclusion, community, and my end of it would be community. And I was nominated by Lakeland Residents Association a few years ago, and I was proud to represent the PPN on various statutory meetings like the JPCs. And it's not my voice that's speaking at those meetings, it's the community voice. But I'd like to hear from other JPCs right across the city. And I've been trying to set up a linkage group to help get that on its way. And it's been quite difficult because not all members of the JPCs are members of the PPN. So, we need to be more proactive, I feel, on the JPCs, as with other transport and other planning and stuff like that. There's always work to be done. But believe me, by being a member of the PPN, it's more beneficial to your community than not being a member of the PPN. So I'd encourage every organisation right across the city, look up the PPN, see what they do. We provide services for people and upskill people in the community to make and be better proactive in their community into the future.